The Coinsuries channel is pleased to have you back. Who are you with? Your vote enter in the option community. Option A XRP. Option B REPL. Option C SEC. I will admit up front that I rethought and ultimately changed every single thing about the film I was going to make earlier, which was supposed to be about Bitcoin ETF. I weighed all three varieties of goaltender waste the second I opened my eyes. I have no idea what's going on, but it's to be anticipated. To anyone who didn't see the first video earlier in the day, as we mentioned, it enhances the story that is playing out right before our eyes, therefore I believe you would like listening to it. Feel free to give it a listen and share your thoughts. However, XRP will be the focus of this video. Our next topic will be XRP's trajectory. No one is on board with XRP. Because it will be illegal, XRP will never reach its previous peak. Being the only cryptocurrency of its sort, it has a valid use case and has been accepted worldwide. But there are plenty who get a kick out of demolishing and making fun of it. But before we go into it, let me tell you something else. I've been telling you this story for the past few months, and this might be our last encounter with him. The whole investment in cryptocurrency marketplaces has surpassed $4 trillion, and more institutions are joining the market as businesses do. Less volatility and fewer pumps are possible outcomes of 10, 20, 30, or 40x. It pains me to say this, but I have no doubt that the cryptocurrency market will soon start acting more like a conventional market. A large number of consumers can't wait to visit the store and redeem their 10x or 15x rewards. Could it be? Time is of the essence, which bodes well for expansion and adoption. We have only just begun, but we will not let the days of 100,000 X's slip away. Watch this video to find out what's going on with XRP and how to hang on to the 400 million Ripple Guide XRP crucial level. Should we jump right in? Total market capitalization for all cryptocurrencies. This is the reduction, 100 billion and 1.655. Bringing up the fact that magnets cost $42,904 for 1.75 Bitcoin was all in good fun. With a decrease of 5.12%, I could use a break on this last day. It did go close to the $39,000 area in terms of the idea of arriving at 2221. Reduced by 6.25%, the USDT's peg and backout mechanism ensures that the USDT remains $1 and indicates that there is money being held in reserve. At 57 cents, XRP has lost 7.7% of its value. A little increase was noted. It seemed like this item dropped to about 44 cents on each coin. I was just talking about this on my Discord earlier. If I had seen a 44-cent price today, I would have sold about 100,000 into XRP. See for yourself by comparing the market values across all the exchanges. I won't even say it. As Bitcoin entered the $39,000 range, somewhere between $38 and $39,000, I believe it touched rock bottom. There are 39 of them according to Kraken. The next stop after this, in my opinion, is 47, 48, 000. It is my strongest suspicion that ETFs will encounter opposition in this scenario. For the time being, I am of the opinion that ETFs will fail. Having said that, I do think those ETFs will be approved as we near the halving. The announcement of one or two exchange-traded funds, ETFs, before the half might cause Bitcoin's price to hit $100,000 or even higher. Either way, a bull run will begin and institutional investors will pour money into the market when one of these patterns plays out. In terms of the insane element, the major matrix was someone who released 400 million Bitcoin in 2 hours. Unfamiliar with the matrix port, they assert that they expect the SEC to reject all Bitcoin ETF applications this month. Take the hypothetical situation when I inquire as to the reason behind the $400 million market sale and you cite this matrix sport. The games are ready to begin. I will let you know right now. They will be satisfied with whatever storyline or rationale. What follows is an easy-to-understand explanation for why prices are declining. In the mother's home, there was total seclusion. Surprisingly, everyone is looking forward to the new exchange-traded funds, ETFs, now that the new year has arrived. They promised to accompany investors through the entire liquidation process, which unfortunately led them astray by making them believe it was free money. Like everyone else, I also sold my XRP long at 55 cents. Until next time. I can feel the agony. However, I am now required to transfer the monies if I was able to successfully acquire Bitcoin valued at around $39,000. At this very moment, I intend to sit pretty and compose it. I can guarantee you that Bitcoin will reach $4,740. Of course, I'm staring at it at the moment. A box formed by lines. Listen, our record-breaking pay rates are breaking records every month. It would appear that we are reaching new milestones every month. Their wages for January were distributed not long ago. The Lux Lions were employed in December. Think of these new MFT apples as a Harry Potter spin on the famous Pride Tear. Remember that 30% of the total project revenue is returned to you in XRP every single month for every NFT. Please do not disclose either this or the member announcement. The announcements are going to shock everyone, which is why I brought them up. Hey, guess what? Today, we finalized all the essential documentation. How do you rate those apples? When 2024 begins, Bitcoin will have surpassed $45,000. The release from the Blockworks occurred at 9:13 p.m. on January 1st. I was surprised by how solid it was. Could this possibly be rewritten? Is it more reasonable to predict a tenfold decline in Bitcoin value at the start of 2024? How about if I write titles and headlines daily for you? Another example would be the one statistic that suggests financial institutions are treating you like a cash cow. Absolutely mad. A Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, ETF, allegedly in the works is a collaboration by Grayscale, Sachs and Goldman BlackRock, and an approved participant initiative. Goldman Sachs and BlackRock are two examples of similar financial organizations. As soon as an exchange-traded fund, ETF, is announced, JP Morgan is informed. When they make the announcement will determine Jeff's approval, as I indicated earlier. I think it would be a perfect opportunity for them to deflate the cryptocurrency markets and wipe out all the crypto investors I know. Bitcoin, for example, is only around $15,000 away from its all-time high. It is highly optimistic to think that now that we are operational, anybody can win. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to show people what's possible and how fast it can happen, and I think it will shock them into reality. Ripple payments, made possible by the blockchain, are one of XRP's 6 main benefits. Among these include a customer-centric focus, trustworthiness, security, and access that is instantaneous around the clock. For that reason, I am willing to tolerate numerical Ripple payments. Very awesome. The felines utilizing the automated litter box is likely that faint sound you've heard if you've ever viewed a film featuring cats. The XRP price provides backup critical support, says BMA XRP. The relative strength index for the weekly period did not show any obvious trend, and the price action departed from a 60-day-old pattern of a short-term summit symmetrical triangle. Conversely, in the event where the duration is negative, the future value of XRP is dependent on your reaction to the 54-cent pet read support zone. Keep XRP over 54 cents if you want it to have any real impact. Returning to the 59 to 60 cent range would bring me immense satisfaction. So long as we manage to regain control of the 5,960 cent area before the day ends. The memory will not retain this drop. When the temperature was somewhere between 63 and 64 degrees, we were essentially weightless. I already told you that we need to hold at 5,960 if we want to get back up to that level. There are still 66 and 70 cents to go before we can even bring up the subject of $1. The feedback I've gotten is that XRP won't do much better than its previous peak. The year 2020 would have been the catalyst for XRP to smash its previous record high. You would think the SEC would have opted out of litigation given all the recent happenings involving the XRP ledger, several central banks, and remittance businesses. So, you're saying that you don't think XRP will fetch $2.80? This asset will be groundbreaking when it ultimately finds its way into American law and legislation. Another surprise is waiting for you from me. No matter what happens to the price of Solana, you'd be right to think it will remain a top 10 cryptocurrency. Will you also soon have to deal with any repercussions? In the future, XRP will be one of the top 3 tokens. Once more, XRP is expected to pose a threat to Bitcoin. But I think XRP won't be able to unseat Bitcoin because of all the false positives and bad press it will receive. Brad Garland may even turn it up a level with his tour stops at CNBC, MS, and NBC. With Julia Chatterley back by his side, he can talk about how many people he met who thought the SEC would reject all spot Bitcoin ETFs, which would cause applicants to sue in the DC Court of Appeals, which would later rule that the SEC's decision was arbitrary and capricious. Lastly, I expect a flood of approvals on January 10th, following the SEC's exhaustive justifications for rejecting the grading scale. The very last thing I feel like doing is getting into a fight. No matter what he thinks, I shall speak my mind. We don't understand it, in my opinion. When we get to the have-nots, I think the approvals will get delayed again. This time I'm being serious. Keep on, because in the end, you'll see what happens. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye, see you later.